Hello, I'm Emily Barker. In the bunker with me today is Alex Classens from the Rail, Tram and Bus Union to talk about the state government's Transport Master Plan. Alex, thanks for joining me. Can you tell me a little bit about the master plan process the government's undertaking?
Okay, well basically the government has committed to doing a long-term plan for transport within New South Wales. It was part of their election promise that they would try and tidy it up and make it all work better. And so what they've done is they've announced the transport plan. They've been going around the community, they've been consulting the community and asking stakeholders to provide submissions to put into the plan, and they will then go away and try and put this plan in place. And people like the RTBU and its members will be very interested in those outcomes and making sure that the government actually meets its commitments, because we need to have a long-term plan. We need to have long-term finances to make sure that happens, and hopefully one day we'll end up with a world-class transport system in New South Wales.
Do you think this plan will work, or is it sort of a government spin?
Look, I think if the government is fair dinkum about doing this work, and they are fair dinkum in listening to the stakeholders, which includes the RTBU and our members, because we are the members that make the system work, then hopefully, yes, they will make it work.
What do you think are some of the biggest complaints about public transport?
A recent survey, for example, showed that there were two main issues with transport in New South Wales at the moment. One of those is cleanliness, and the other one, of course, is safety. People are still quite concerned about travelling on trains late at night and on our buses. They are quite worried about that. And, of course, the only way to address those two concerns is by bringing on additional staff. The only way that that rubbish is going to be picked up is by employing more staff to do it, and the only way that people are going to feel safe is by seeing a physical presence out there on the network to keep us all safe.
What do you think are some of the infrastructure changes that need to be made as a priority?
Look, there obviously needs to be major infrastructure changes. I mean, we need a second harbour crossing in Sydney. There is no doubt about that in our mind. We obviously need to also look at the regional New South Wales, reopening the Casino Mooloolaba line, for example. Obviously, back closer to home again, we need to look at our roads in and out of the city, try and ease the congestion, because quite clearly our bus drivers are finding it very difficult to get through peak hour traffic. And so those are big issues and require huge spending to be able to achieve that. Now, if the master plan is robust and there is sufficient measures in there to be able to raise the capital, and the government actually commits to doing that work long term, then we can achieve it.
Well, thanks, Alex, for the update. We look forward to hearing how it all unfolds.
No worries, thank you.
And of course, if you'd like to find out more, you can go to the RTBU website.